Hi everyone, welcome to the Whiteleyverse with me, Connor Whiteley, for another daily short story. Now, before I start today's story, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you want to buy this short story and any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers and at your local bookstore and local library if you requested, and you can order paperback copies from Amazon. Now, here's today's short story. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did writing it.
Chapter 1. I, George Grant, had never really understood why anyone came to the Iron Pub. It wasn't famous in the realm. It wasn't even famous in the tiny city of Darkic in the far south of the realm. It was just a little place where only locals in the know would come to. I suppose it wasn't that bad in a way, because the cold wooden seat I was sitting on was rather clean for a change. I had been in the Iron Pub way too many times over the years, and it never remained the same for long. Things would get broken in bar fights, staff members would be killed, and the entire place was a swarm of activity, so only the bravest of people would show up here. Naturally, I always sat at the very back of the large wooden pub so I could watch everyone and everything. The smooth wooden planks were probably the nicest part of the entire pub, despite the chips and scratches and even teeth marks on them. I think they might have once shown pictures and paintings of the entire valley Darkic sits in, but they were burnt and smashed up long ago. Now lots of wonderful pictures of the realm's most wanted cover the walls. Thankfully, I removed my own picture a few weeks ago. The shouting, singing, and laughter of all the hundreds of other patrons echoed all around me. There were tons of men and women in their blue, black and gray tunics and other excuses of clothing they could manage to make for themselves. They all had a massive tankard of Sweet Cindy's latest creation. How that woman isn't running a brewery in the big cities, I will never understand. She is a master of creations, tastes, and alcohol in the kitchen. There was a particularly cute young man that was trying to pick up empty tankards and take them back to the kitchen. He really did catch my eye. His ass looked sensational in those leather trousers and loose-fitting tunic that highlighted his wonderful body. If I wasn't drinking, I might have actually considered asking him out, but I could see he was busy and all the women were flirting with him, but I could tell he was gay. Call it one of my magical abilities. I could just tell, and he wasn't enjoying all the female attention. But the cute young man almost ran off to the kitchen when a woman grabbed his ass, and she was clearly getting drunker and drunker by the minute. It was a shame he was gone. Everyone else in the bar was far, far older than me, and definitely not as active as that young male. The disadvantages of being a 24-year-old sellsword. I flat out loved the rich aromas of the garlic, tomato and basil that filled the air, as the small wooden kitchen door opened and a female waitress brought out a tray of amazing food for a table near me. If I wasn't so focused on seeing my old fuck buddy later on, I certainly would have eaten here. The food was sensational, after all. A loud bang of the heavy front door made me smile a little, because people rarely did that. If anyone knew anything about Cindy's rules, it was that no one slams the door, and I was more interested in why everyone else near the circular wooden bar was going deadly silent. Then the silence continued, all the way back to little old me. There was clearly a conversation going on up ahead. Some women were pointing back towards me. Other people were giggling, and Cindy was actually looking scared for a change. And this was the woman that had beaten up giants, trolls, and orcs with her bare fists, when the idiots decided to invade the city. She was a force of nature, like me. She was not scared of anything, but now her face looked ghostly white. To say I was actually interested in this new character was a massive understatement. I was almost going to get up, when everyone in the bar separated to create a direct path for the stranger to get to me. That had also never happened before. Wow. As the hot, sexy young man came down towards me, and everyone went back to their shouting, singing and talking once he had passed, I couldn't simply believe what was happening. The man was so beautiful, with his fit sexy body that was covered in his blood-soaked tunic. And his slight muscles and biceps were simply stunning to watch as they moved so effortlessly as he walked. The man was just simply beautiful. His short brown hair was styled and framed his face so angelically that I didn't know if I was looking at a man or a god or something in between. Hi, the man said so effortlessly. Are you the Sellsword George Grant? I am, and who are you? I asked, forcing out the words. A man that needs your help to save the realm. As much as I wanted to believe it was a bad pickup line, I could see the sheer fear and terror in the man's face. And I could tell he meant it. And the very idea of the realm being in trouble got me a lot more excited than I ever wanted to admit.
Welcome back everyone, it's me again, Whiteley. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's story, because I flat out love writing, creating stories and sharing them with you. If you really enjoyed today's story, then please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content, and the engagement really helps the Whiteleyverse with the YouTube algorithms. And if you want to buy this short story or any of my other fiction, then they're available from all major ebook retailers, and you can get them from your local library if you requested, and you can order the paperback copies from Amazon, your local bookstore or local library if you request it. Lastly, if you want to support the channel on a one-off basis, then you can now buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ConnorWhiteley. Also, if you know anyone who would enjoy today's story, then please share it with them. I'm always really grateful when you wonderful people help us spread the word about the channel. So, thanks for watching the Whiteleyverse, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, everyone.